everyone, this is Ina with Inichka Chef and welcome to my kitchen. Today in episode we are making Lulya Kebab. I think no matter how many recipes of shish kebab, Lulya Kebab you have, you want one more, right? So today we are making a combination of different meat, and it's a beef, turkey and lamb. And this is so flavorful, so easy, so quick, and you don't need anything special equipment or hours of marinating. And it's juicy, it's tender, it's melting in your mouth, and you can eat with Tzatziki sauce, which is what I'm going to do, tahini sauce, or you can put on your pita bread, on a salad as it is, on a skewer as an appetizer or meal, really, anything. It's good, quick, easy, and delicious. Even this recipe is not originated from Ukraine, but in Ukraine it's so popular. I have shashlik on my website I published a couple of years ago, and shashlik is something, shish kebab, we're doing constantly, especially this time of the year. Lulya kebab, it came from Asia, from Middle East, I would say from Kosovo area, where kefir came from, and it's people been doing for a generation. And Lulya kebab, lula it's mean tube, and kebab it's mean kebab is piece of meat on the skewer, so Lulya kebab. It's kind of very budget friendly recipe, I would call, and people have been making for many years. The key for this recipe are lots of onion, and probably I will start crying at some point already. So lots of onion. So I'm using 3 pounds of meat, equal amount turkey, lamb and beef, and 3 onions, 3 medium-sized onions. And the idea of this onion to dry out of onion juice as much as possible. So we need to add salt and wait 5 minutes. In the comment below, please show me, tell me, right, what you do for not crying from onions. It's terrible. And let's add just a pinch of salt to this onion to make, to release onion even more juice. Lots of parsley. Instead of chopping, I will just grind them very fine. Lots of garlic. You can use powder and garlic, but fresh is so much better. And lots of flavor. Lots of flavor. I love herbs so much. I use on so many recipes. I mean, daily. I cannot cook without fresh herbs. It's just year round, and we're blessed we have fresh herbs year round. And let's talk about seasoning. Like I said, it's very simple, but it has to be well seasoned. I'm using cumin seed. You can use powdered cumin, but 1 teaspoon or so. But seeds, it just release more flavor. It's more fresher. Cumin seed, it's better to store if you're buying ahead of time. It's better to buy in seeds, and you always can grind yourself. Now, coriander seed. My mom used coriander pretty much everywhere. If you watch my video on borscht, coriander, always coriander. My shashlik, coriander. We love coriander. Coriander, greens, cilantro, not so much in Ukraine, more like in Georgia. And in this recipe, actually, coriander leaves probably would be more original than parsley, but I grew up with parsley. Parsley is something more I'm using. But coriander seeds, that's what I'm using, and that's what my mom used in so many recipes. And again, coriander seeds is not stored well when it's grind, so better to grind yourself. It's easy. It smells so good. I love it. More spice, more flavor to your food. Spice has more health benefits, by the way, than fresh produce in some cases. Yes, about, I would say, 2 teaspoons black pepper. Since it's pre-grinded, it needs more. Smoked paprika, it's optional, but I like to add about 1 teaspoon as well. Give just more smokiness. And I'm going to use smoked salt, actually. Smoked salt gives another smokiness because we're going to cook indoor. It's a lazy lula kebab. It's a quick, like I said, it's lunch, dinner, it's a quick on the go recipe. And you can make this all mix of meat, what we're making right now, way ahead of time. It's develop more flavor, it's even better night before. So to give salt, smoked salt, it actually gives more flavor. And for 3 pounds of meat, we need 3 teaspoons of salt. And our onion release juice, so we're going to get rid of the juice. Now we got rid of the juice and great amount of onion. Let's give a good mix. To this delicious but not very good looking mixture, we're going to add meat. To have lula kebab more tender, more juicy and bind together easy, I have a little trick. Just add half teaspoon of baking soda. Now, the best tool in your kitchen, your hands. If you watch my video on cutlet, which is I'm going to link below, it's my mom recipe, Ukraine, typical meatballs. Actually, so many people from different countries, so post-Soviet Union made cutlet. It has a lot of bread, but the key is to beat meat to make to bind together. So that's exactly what we're doing, almost like playing like with a dough. If you see what I'm doing, I'm trying to not just combine, like for hamburger, we try to combine as less as possible, just to hold together, because we want keep the all meat in as juicy as possible that way. This way, actually try to combine and incorporate that onion almost like a dough. Like when we try to develop gluten, we knead dough. So the same thing, I'm kneading, or you can beat. My mom used to beat meat just to make combine very well, almost like I'm making hot dogs, right? And the texture, you see how it changes, almost like a paste now. You see, become like sticky at this point. That tells me when the meat is sticking to my hands and it's really, really sticky, it tells me it's done. So we bind. Now we'll let sit for half hour, at least half hour. You can do couple hours, up to you. If you do night before, not big deal. We try to get this all flavor developed and incorporate, plus it become more firm, so it would be easy to put on our skewers, which we are soaked ahead of time in water for half hour. By the way, for this recipe, I'm using, instead of skewers, I'm using, they call apple sticks. It's better, it's easy, it doesn't have pointy ends, and we don't need, because we're not going to skewer a piece of meat. So it's really actually better, but use whatever you have. And here what you need water, wet your hands, clean hands of course, and take a little bit and make like a sausage type thing. Just looks like my mom would make котлета. And now kind of distribute around. One. wet your hand, it really helps to make. It's smoky. Here we go. And my husband likes to eat all kind of shish kebab, lula kebab, or really anything with tzatziki sauce. That's what I'm going to make. I think I have a recipe on my website with lamb. I posted a couple of years ago, but I will show you how to make it. So easy. All you need one cucumber, and this cucumber, if it doesn't have seeds, so it's the easiest to use. And we'll shred it on a small size. So juicy. I'm not even going to bother to add salt. The same idea as onion. We try to get rid of it extra water, so our tzatziki sauce won't be watery. Most tzatziki sauce in America, if you go to Greek restaurant or really any Greek festivals, they use sour cream. Would be nice to use Lebanese. If you have, it's a Lebanese cheese. Kind of like cream cheese. It's not as thick. I'll show you. But if you don't have, use yogurt. Yogurt is fine too. So this is so quick. All you need 1 cup of this yogurt, Greek yogurt, right? Cucumber. Little bit of lemon, of course. Lemon, it's lemon. More flavor, I think. Just a bit, maybe 1 teaspoon or so. To more highlight this bright yogurty flavor and lemony, some more tartness, I would say. A little bit of sumac. It's very nice to have. If you don't, sumac. Just a bit, maybe 1/4 teaspoon, few chunks of salt and black pepper. I should use white pepper. I forgot. White food should have white pepper, but I'm rush. And some parsley. And I'm going to serve to my husband right now for lunch, and I'm using lavash. You can use pita, and I'll link below how to make the best pita. On my blog, I publish in lavash. It's Armenian flat bread. If you have not seen, that's not first time I'm using lavash. I'm lazy. I'm not always have homemade bread, but I never buy with preservatives that tortilla that you can buy in every store. Look for ingredients, the good quality bread. If you can buy, you don't have time to make, that's what I do. Just a few dash of hot sauce. Just a bit. I love hot sauce. And here you go. I love always serve my meat with some additional sauce, plenty of sauce. Everyone in my house loves sauce. Everything has to be dipped. And always all my sauce is a good for you sauce. Let me show you how juicy and delicious this is. and I like always a little bit of lavash. It's so good. Lavash, tzatziki, a little bit of dash of hot sauce, and flavorful, with a lot of smokiness going on. We didn't even go outdoor and cook this delicious, nutritious, easy, inexpensive lula kebab. I hope I encourage you to make from scratch and cook delicious, quick lula kebab. And give me a like, subscribe, please subscribe. So many of you watching me but did not subscribe. Fix this problem and see you next time. Bye.